And we are back. Second half of this match doubleheader. Panic Pandas versus Xtreme Team Clan. UT4 Elim League Season 5, hosted by UT Pugs. We're getting into this one in a minute here. Waiting for the hub to generate the game, apparently. Stuck on Let's Bounce. Finally get there, finally get in. And we're going to be in this one in just a second. So, let's, for some reason, we have to download New Dawn again. Oh, I think there's probably a updated version of the map. A little bit better performance. If I remember from a couple days ago. Haven't played in a minute, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Waiting for this one. Should be. Got a couple of Euros. Few high ping players, but a lot of other lower options here. Looks like Darth is subbing for somebody. Well, he's probably subbing for Xtreme Team Clan. So then he comes in talking boomer nonsense. And I mean, we're just sitting here. We've got the Panic Pandas once again. Team who looked at dead to rights after getting 10-1, rising from the grave on the third day, and on the third map, taking the lead, and they're getting right back into this one. They're going to have a different team this time. A team of Coconut Crab, Scream, Cubit, and Darth. Who is Xtreme's normal player? I don't have the link to the teams right. Actually, let me just check. Should be able to find that out pretty quickly. Cubit was, oh, Tierce. Subbing for Tierce. Darth for Tierce. Could be good, could be bad. Not sure how it's going to go. We'll see. I'm kind of expecting similar big things out of Beta and Shore. So, I don't see, I mean, I think Panic Panda is going to take this one. They don't have a 59X to deal with, and they dealt with a 59X, so I just don't see it going better for Xtreme Team Clan. But never say never. We'll go on board right off the bounce. Beta is... Oh, crap. I don't know the commands for this. Give me a second. Yeah, I know. I give me. Oh well. Yeah. I realize that.
3, 2.
Yeah, I needed
1.
to. I needed to. I'm not trying to leak the Archon password, okay? I had to go find the command. I haven't done it before, so I went and I checked the pins and I got it. But I need to just create a login key for the Archon password, or so 1 second. You already leaked it. Okay, well, you know what? We'll be cute here. We'll be cute. Give me a just. Let me get in. I'm gonna tell them. Actually. Hey. So next time you guys need a round restart, and let them know, type this in chat so I don't have to message it in admin menu. But just let them know that give me like a couple seconds. So I need to make sure I'm logged into
Okay. Yeah,
Con, and I'm just to prevent like stream leaking the password. I'm gonna log in and mute, like black my screen out, and then restart the round. So if it happens, I can do it, but just give me a second.
Yeah,
we'll tell them, hey, if somebody spawns off the map or they have a problem,
just give me like 10 seconds to get the round restarted. Cool.
Perfect. That makes sense. Awesome. Thanks,
awesome.
CT.
No problem. And then let me just get this. And it's mutate admin RS. Okay, well that's easy enough. And we're back. You know, fantasy. Next big change I turned it back on. Video should be back. The video was blocked. The next big change that you need to make is make a mutator for spectators to be able to chat normally to people, unless that's impossible. That's just what I'm saying. But video should be back. I'm seeing it right now actively, so I know that we're there. And now I can type in the round restart command. Also, how the hell does Darth should be able to do it? He's in the match. How does Darth not be able to?
3, 2, 1.
Darth can pause. Oh shit! I just. Oh well. Yeah, but you gotta. How did Darth? Yeah, red names aren't real, dude. I was hoping Darth would know how to do the do all the admin stuff, but apparently, man's been gone so long he doesn't remember how to do any of it. Well, he should be able to join, so whenever he's ready to go, he can get back in. Somebody's not going to spawn round one. I see it happening right now. I mean, what a shit show is absolutely right. 100%. And we're stuck waiting. It's still 19. We're still here. We are still sitting here just hoping things go well. Shore apparently full crashed. Taken 8 years to get back in. Shore bud. Oh my fucking god, Darth. Okay. And we are getting into this one finally. Get X-ray on, and we are on board with Beta, and we're getting into this one. You know, I really probably should turn the sound down just a little bit, but does not matter. We're going to be watching this. Beta gonna move, slowly pushing towards the long wall here, and Cubit goes down. Krabs and Darth last two. We're gonna swap over to them. Has Kuju right in his back. Darth goes down. Krabs follows right after.
3, 2,
And we'll do this quickly. System settings. Just turn the sound down just a little bit. Game sound isn't so overpowering. And Cubit gets shot. We're on Beta. Beta's actually pushing out here. Could have hit it. Big combo onto Krabs. Decides to hit Cubit instead, but ends up getting dropped. And now Krabs versus Shore is the modus operandi. Cubit is really low. Darth sliding his way past shot. Cubit goes down. And Shore finally gets on to somebody. Hits a nice. Darth drops as well. 2 versus 2. And Shore not quite pushing aggressively, but everyone's at this U-Haul area, just gravitating towards it this round. Scream is hurt down at armor, and Shore unable to get the kill in his back, and Shore drops instead. The fail mode is in full effect, and now Scream pushing down Kuj, and Kuj gets dropped. And what probably should have been a 2-0 lead turns into a 1-1 tie. And we'll go on board the team captain for Xtreme Clan, Cubit, as he's currently leading the way for his team anyways. And it looks like Darth gets dropped early though. And Cubit gonna move around, not quite finding anyone. Finally does see and doesn't get hit, but does finally, I think, get sniped by Beta and has a couple people behind him. Goes up to the U-Haul, try and get Tommy guns, just not hearing a call at all. Just gets rocketed for free. And now Cubit ends up dropping. Coconut Crab's last alive. Has 30 HP, not looking good for him. And gets sniped by Shore immediately. And that is a 2-1 victory. Well, we went back on board Beta, still kind of in last match mode. Need to get back into new match mode. And Beta is going to move around, not really finding anything. We're going to swap over to Krabs, who's actively fighting Tommy. Backs off, moves over, and gets sniped by Kuj immediately. And now Darth, last one alive. We already saw one slide from Darth. How many more are we going to see? Depends on how many players he has to shoot here. Surprised he didn't slide down those stairs. But ends up getting sniped by Kuj, and that is a 3-1. And Beta and Kuj going, and Tommy even. Everyone, Shore. 2.6. Darth looks like he's selling. We're going to see if he's... he probably might not be fully warmed up. Stombo not going to quite... Well, not even a Stombo, a Crombo. Crouching combo, not quite going to hit. Kuj ends up dropping. Tommy guns might be the next one on the agenda here. Looks like Darth might have gotten more team damage than... Damage on his team, ends up getting killed by Shore, and it is now Cubit and Beta playing Bounce Castle, and Shore joins in on the fun 4-1. And are we going to see a 10-1 here? Panic Pandas using their warmed up status to just roll over the Xtreme Team Clan, XTC. Oh, I just realized why they named themselves that. Well, you know what? Boomer moment from me, and Kuj just getting right into two different people, gets rocketed to death. Coconut Crab's typing, and it is now Beta against 2, and Cubit jumping up, hitting a couple of primaries, and Beta gets dropped. 4-2, not going to see a 10-1. And looks Cubit is currently kind of going off. Hits a rocket onto Tommy. And again, the damage not going to land on Cubit. Cubit in between a couple people here. Gets a big flak on the Tommy Guns. Tommy Guns goes down. 3v4. But Kuj able to take down Cubit. Cubit, Beta versus Xtreme. Beta moving well. It hits a huge combo onto Xtreme. Xtreme goes down. Coconut gets killed not long after by Kuj, and that is a 5-2 advantage for Panic Pandas, who are panicking their way to a lead right now. But Beta eats some early chip combo damage, but gets a huge 148 damage combo out. And now hits another 90 onto Cubit and hits more damage. Beta just lining up his shots. Finally goes down to Cubit, but did a ton of damage that round. And Coconut and Cubit now last one alive, and rockets from Kuj taking down Coconut. And Cubit now trying to run out, and more rockets coming in. Kuj, the rocket terrorist, able to get a bunch of kills with them. And let's check in on shore. Man was selling last, sold the first map of the last matchup. But so far, it feels like Panic Pandas have been too good all around to prevent anyone from selling them out. And Scream goes down shore, just casually hitting the shots that he needs. And Kuj going down though. Shore and Tommy Guns 2v3. Shore able to get out, but runs into Cubit, still kind of in back hall. And Darth takes down Shore. Tommy Guns 1v2. Very healthy Darth, mostly healthy Cubit. And I mean, he's gonna go down. They're all on him, just and drops down. Yeah, Tommy just wasn't getting out of there. Movement wasn't quite there yet. And let's go on board with Scream. Haven't seen a round from him yet. I'm gonna start off shooting some speculative rockets, and Tommy runs into the shock and drops. So there's no lift there, Scream. Scream and whoever's team it is are just watching here in a corner, not reacting. I don't know if Krabs wasn't calming. Knowing Krabs probably just wasn't calming it. But Darth able to get himself into a 1v2 and does take a snipe though, and now has Kuj right on him. Very winnable. But Darth took that snipe there. Not a chance anymore. 7-3. Got an ace coming out of somebody. And Shore hits a nice snipe. Cubit not turning around. Another good combo. And some rockets coming in. Shore rockets himself. Cubit able to survive. But now Scream versus... and Cubit versus... well, I guess now just Cubit versus 3. Lands an opening snipe on Tommy. He's able to take him down. Gets some health pack, but he still dies to an LG.
Red team wins the
which
round.
Kuj does not miss. Takes him down 8-3. And big damage going in. And Coconut gets hit. Goes down. Cubit has a couple into his face. Cubit drops as well. Darth last alive. Why can I not get onto the number here? Darth. 1v2. Two very healthy targets, but Darth is Zio stacked. This is doable. Needs to hit some shots, though. Misses his opening salvo, but gets a big combo. Beta and Kuj both pushing from the same direction. but Cooge hitting some nice flak, but Darth still above a sniper's worth of damage, and Darth gets the dark horse and keeps his team alive. 8-4. I mean, he needs a bit more than that. Gonna need another couple of rounds in order to make this comeback really happen. And headshots Beta. Beta almost gets flacked as well midair. Eats a combo. Headshots Coconut Crabs. And Beta and Krabs' coconut is gone. Darth's 1 HP is gone as well, and in 9-4. There was a pug recently. I got headshot, I think, at least 8 times in the map. It was disgusting, and it feels bad every time it happens. Beta finding Krabs right now and hits a nice snipe into an LG and hits another one, and Krabs just goes down. Beta just swapping weapons as soon as he can. The weapon swap is real. And Darth now takes down Tommy guns, but it is still a 1 versus 3 and not enough health remaining. 10-4. Beta 4.3 PPR, showing us why he's a $900 player this year. Absolutely fantastic. And like performance out of Beta. And Cubit, actually, I mean, he was doing really well for a while here. So, I mean, trying to do his best to carry the team, but when Darth's at 2.4 PPR and replacing a player who should be around 3 himself, that's a loss of firepower that is going to be hard to replace, especially when Shore's up at 3 himself. I mean, it's just the danger, I think, of teams with no real like $900 carry is just you fall prey to, if like the guy's doing 4.3 PPR, you just don't have anyone to compete with that. You need everyone to be around 2.5 plus, and just it wasn't happening for Xtreme Team Clan, and XTC goes down. And hopefully I get 1 second. Gonna turn this off. Going to take the chat. Address this. I think Krabs was mad because headshot, like, Beta is weapon swapping every shot he fires and then headshot him, probably, I think, while sliding. And I just think, like, he just... The thing is, both of these teams have subs, but I think the sub that Panic Pandas have is better than the sub that...
The match is starting.
Is better than the sub that, yeah, better than Darth subbing for Tears.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, what PPR subs in playoffs going to prevent, like, Shore subbing for Hydro. Let's go on board with Beta, though, who's head glitching at pillars. Hits Darth with a snipe. Nobody pushing pillars. Beta just sat there for free for, like, forever. And then Scream ends up getting dropped there. Beta just going to leave the health pack for somebody else. And Cubit just flying in front of 2 people is not a smart thing to do. And Darth now in front of Beta. Darth probably going to drop here. Sliding into Beta's... Somehow Darth still alive. And somehow still alive. Finally goes down. Just
3, 2, 1.
And will be on board Darth here and just walks into shore and take a lot of damage and doesn't really get anything back. Beta does get sniped. Beta's 2 snipes, gets a 3rd. He's 10 HP, just pull out a minigun. They use the flak. Accomplished the same result, but could have been easier. Takes a little bit less chance. Shore goes down. Darth, Kuj and Tommy Guns last alive. Tommy Guns now actually last alive. And gets Scream, but just getting chased down by Link Guns. Not going to survive. 1-1.
2-1.
And we are going to go on board with Shore. Shore pushing towards the pillars. Doesn't walk into the combo. And going to push forward and get behind Krabs. And a lot of damage into Krabs, but a lot of damage into Shore as well. And Scream is behind Shore. Hits some flak chip damage there, but didn't sound like a full hit. Does hit Scream. Scream ends up taking down Shore, and last player from Panic Pandas dies as well. Darth seemingly coming alive a bit on this on Pending. Feels like maybe much more comfortable here than on New Dawn. Had to remember the name of the map for a second. Krabs currently pushing behind. He's going to push here and takes down Beta. Good push from Krabs, able to take down current best player on Panic Pandas. But Kuj last alive, 1v4, has a little bit over 70 HP. But it's going to be, this is still going to be tough. 1v4, and he took some damage already. 2 chasing him and gets bioed by Cubit. Cubit out with the troll. And down goes Kuj. Oh, that was a fight. Shoot. I swapped off of it on accident. I was trying to get to Cubit and I screwed it up. But Cubit now getting rocketed by his teammate. And now Beta and Coconut are in a fight. Coconut ends up dropping off though. And Beta gets flacked in the face. Coconut gonna jump up. It's Coconut versus 3 here. And he's behind Tommy, but Tommy headshots Coconut. And once again, the Coconut goes off. And it's like Krabs' head must be a little big because it keeps getting headshotted. And now Tommy versus Cubit. Cubit just sliding and shock primarying his way to victory. And it is Beta and Shore against 2. We'll go on board with Beta, who's currently getting pushed from a couple different angles. Misses Coconut. And now has Cubit trying to look for him too. And 1v4 Beta needs to make a lot of damage happen. And it's going to be tough. As he's getting shot in the back. He's going to push Cubit. And if Beta had willed his way out of that, I was going to I don't know. Beta got out. I was going to be pretty pissed, but instead Beta makes it, and looks like Cubit drops already. Beta just sitting in U-Haul, being a menace, and now pushing Scream. And Scream flaks himself on the boxes, and now Darth last alive going to the basement. And Shore drops down, fully aggressive with flak, and down goes Darth. And 4-3 game. Have ourselves a matchup here. Darth looking way more comfortable. Kuj taking some early rockets, and then shooting his teammate. And those rockets from Kuj not able to connect. Krabs at Nest. And now Darth brings out the flak, trying to get the high pinger down. Manages to get out. Does 90 damage to Scream, but now it's all on Tommy. Once again, 1v3. And it's not looking good for Panic Pandas here. Scream on to Tommy. Takes him down 5-3.
1.
And Tommy starts off taking a snipe in this round. Now looking to move over to help his teammate, but Krabs gets too close for the combo, and Krabs just turns around and shoots Tommy. Tommy needed to get off of the shock there, but just not quite fast enough. But it doesn't matter. Cubit in a 1 versus 2. Both players are pretty healthy on Panic Pandas, and Beta just flacks Cubit. No mercy for the 112 ping Cubit. And now Cubit gonna get absolutely evaporated. They figured out where he was and just rocketed and comboed him and shocked him and whatever from the side. Darth goes down, and now it is just Krabs, who's already locked up with Kuj, who's just rocketing with no hesitation. And 5-5. Map number 2 on pending. Currently a nail biter. And we're going to go back on board with Beta. Beta gets right line screams. Beta moving in onto Krabs. Krabs goes down as well. Shore and Beta currently being a 2-man wrecking crew. And on to Darth as the next Darth at Pillar. Beta just shooting the combos, just waiting for his teammates to push them into his big shock. And Shore currently 3 PPR. We'll go on board with him as he's carrying. Shore not able to connect on the shots that he kind of needed. Took a little bit of damage. Scream does end up dropping, and both Cubit and Darth are looking at the same angle here. Shore could get both. Darth ends up being the last one alive. 1v3 gets shot by Beta, and all of a sudden Shore and Beta just decided that they're gonna go for the win here. Darth 3.9 PPR. He's currently carrying. Can he continue? We're gonna take a look. His team needs him to keep this up because they're currently down with him having a 3.9 PPR. So Darth is maybe not the problem this map anyways, as he's definitely putting in the performance that his team needs as a substitute, but able to get Kuj, and now it is just Shore, Darth, and Krabs. Darth should have left that for Krabs.
1 kill remains.
And instead Darth pushes to get more health, and why can I not swap? What the hell is going on? Finally, we're on Shore, and Krabs 3 HP. Krabs hits a couple snipes, or hits a couple shocks. Krabs with 3 HP does well over 100 damage to Shore and takes him down and gets XTC a round back that they probably should have lost. It was all looking like Shore was going to take that one, and instead he ends up losing it. And now Darth fighting 2 at Pillar. Beta and Shore have just decided, I guess, to stick together, and it's been working for them. Darth now very low at Link. Beta ends up dropping. Shore and Kuj against 4. Cubit still very healthy, though. This is going to be difficult. Shore ends up getting dropped as well. And 7-7. Darth just surviving through that. Just gave his team, you know, a chance here. And big rocket into Kuj. And Darth just takes down Kuj. And now has somebody behind him. And Darth just wiggling his way. He's playing a ring around the pillar. And just getting damage out.
Last man standing.
Beta last alive. Needs to make a miracle happen here. Going to be very difficult. Starts off hitting Krabs with a lot of damage. Gets double kill. Scream behind him. Needs to get this health pack and get out of there. Does successfully do it. Boot jumps up, and Beta has his chance on life. Cubit very healthy. Hits him with 2 snipes. Beta playing games of chicken with a player who loves to play those games. Probably not the best idea. And Cubit just hits 3 straight snipes onto Beta and takes him down.
1.
And down goes Beta, and all of a sudden, XTC has the lead. They were looking like they were about to get steamrolled once again, as Shore and Beta seem to be waking up, but now looks like the players on board XTC have woken up. And below, Darth does go down. Beta drops as well, though, and Shore is low HP. Cubit's still very healthy, but Tommy Guns takes down Scream. And now it's all on Cubit and Krabs. Cubit hitting a nice snipe. Cubit down to 11 HP. Need to get out a minigun. These guys are all trying to LG each other. No one has any idea who's healthy and who's not, but Krabs goes down. Kuj just takes him out. And a snipe onto Kuj. 11 HP. Tommy Guns takes down Cubit. 8-8.
2, 1.
And Darth just getting flacked in the face here. Shore, but Darth takes down Shore. Shore unable to hit a shot onto a sliding Darth. And Darth commies onto Tommy Guns. Maybe a good trade of his life since he only had a little bit of HP left. Able to get in, get a kill. But Krabs and Scream, not the ones you want. And Beta hits a shot. Very winnable. Flax coming out onto Scream. Snipe onto Scream as well. Beta wants to get. Finds Coconut Krabs. Has the flak. Scream backs off from the combo. And hits a nice LG onto Scream here. Beta just needs to get a little bit of damage. I think he might be overthinking this one. And now,
2,
I mean,
1.
Beta will survive this. He did a bunch of damage to Scream. He's gonna bank on being healthier. Scream 5 HP. He's not gonna make it, or he might. He might. What?
3, 2, 1.
Beta he had to just hide in a corner, and he wins the round. But Scream makes it in time. Beta throwing. What are we watching? And now they might lose. And now they lose.
Wins the match.
What? I can't believe what I just watched. I have no way to explain that. I mean, Darth went off for PPR. Fantastic game out of him. But what the hell did I just see? Like, what? What the hell was that? What's the I should be able to Archon. Wait, what's the name of the right phase map? Does anyone know? Please, somebody tell me quickly, because they're on the wrong one. They're on the wrong phase. They were on the wrong phase. So I needed to swap the map, but I don't know if I did it properly. Nope, I loaded the wrong one. Oh, the name is Phase CE. Never mind. I can do it then. We'll try it. We'll try it. We'll try it. We're trying it. We're figuring it out. Just bear with me for a minute. I still can't believe. I legitimately cannot believe the that Beta just had to hide. He just had to like not take damage. I mean, Scream was low. And then the next round too, he had it. He had it. Scream had he had a bunch of HP. He hit Scream a bunch. Scream was super low. And he stopped looking for him, and all he had to do was just like put himself in a corner where Scream couldn't get to like him at the last second. And then he goes there. He does the wall dodge up to LG, which is like the slowest wall dodge on the map outside of the Chubbs hole, and he just eats the damage and dies. I don't get it. Picture back in a second. We're going to a real phase here for a tiebreaker that works. It's a 1-1, and last match. Panic Pandas gets 10-1 map 1. They're down 6-2 map 2. They flip a switch. They win the match 2-1. This match, they win map 1. They should be up 9-8. Like they've got the round 1. Actually, they had multiple rounds in pending. Coconut Crabs had 3 HP. Shore had over 100. He just has to hit him with a minigun. Okay, there's a round. Beta just needs to not die to Scream last second. There's another round. That's 10-8. They win. It's 2-0. They've won the matchup. Map 3 doesn't matter. Now, they've thrown map 2. And they're going to a map 3 that's meaningful. Unbelievable. This team is unbelievable to watch. It is content. And now we are waiting for this next map to get going. I have no idea what's going to happen. Ready for nothing. Expecting everything. Let's go. We're waiting.
The match is starting.
And let's go. Map number 3. Once again, we are at 1-1. Second straight match of the day is going to go down to a tie-breaking map number 3. And let's go on board. I mean, we'll go with Beta. Hits a big combo right off the start. 2 cores. Hits one of them. Chose the right one. And Beta getting a quick another chunk of damage onto Cubit. Beta looking for damage. Sees Darth at the back of the belt. Hits him with a flak, but goes down to Cubit. And now it is all on. Why can I not use... Okay, here we go. Kuj behind a couple people, but ends up dropping in the first round.
2, 1.
And let's go. Who had the #1 round there? Darth. So once again, Darth looking like he is actually being a good Tierce replacement now. But he's going to drop into the basement, and Shore and him just still didn't do any damage to each other. And now the helmet area completely controlled by XTC. However, Cubit gets shredded, and Beta drops to Scream's short Tommy guns for Darth, Krabs, and Scream. And Darth is still full HP and just run rockets Shore. Shore goes down. Tommy guns last alive, and 1 versus 3 with 37 HP does not look good. It isn't good. And 2-0, and Panic Pandas is crumbling. We'll go on board with Kuj, who has been very good so far, but Phase is a map that doesn't get played a lot. Wonder how much feel most of Panic Pandas has on this map. Probably not great. And Krabs in the basement with Kuj. Kuj doing a lot of damage. Krabs going down. Cubit and Darth, last 2 alive. Cubit unable to get the damage off onto Tommy there. Runs into Shore. Cubit last alive in basement. Has Tommy right in front of him. Shot comes out. Flat comes out a minute too late. Should have been swapping earlier, I think. But the belt lift had gone up. Cubit trapped in a corner. Goes down and able to get around back. And I guess, never mind, what? I don't know what happened there, but I guess somebody might have been, they thought might have been stuck, but turned out not. But Darth, Kuj takes down Cubit, and Darth, however, takes down Shore. Scream goes down a second later, and Tommy and Krabs going at it. Krabs, 6 HP, you know he's low. Hit him with anything.
1 kill.
Krabs still 6 HP, somehow alive, and trade happens, but it does not matter. The round goes towards and Tommy shooting some rockets. I mean, honestly, pretty effective on this map. The choke points are small enough. A good rocket could definitely take it. Scream behind Tommy. Tommy jumps forward with shock out. Hits 3. Scream really low. Scream goes down. Tommy guns 5-tapping Scream. And Scream just gets screamed on. Now Cubit back at belt. Tommy guns trying to 5-tap him too. Drops down 2 and flak to the face. Cubit takes out Tommy. Jumps up. And hits a nice rocket onto I think Kuj, but ends up dropping anyways. And now 3-2 Panic Pandas coming alive, figuring out the map maybe just a little bit. We'll go on board Krabs. Haven't seen a round out of him, and gets a nice combo onto Beta in the basement. And Beta out of the basement and into 3 people. Somehow no one shoots at him, though. And now he's still jumping up. Ends up finally. Someone shoots him. Kuj hits a nice little combo. But the chip damage, Coconut's rocket chip takes him down a good chunk of damage. And now Shore, 1v3, needs to hit a bunch of shots and disappears into the depths of the basement. And now Krabs, though, hits him with a nice shot. But Darth's flat jumps, slides, and the slides from both Shore and Darth come out, and they don't hit each other, but Shore ends up getting taken down. And, I mean, now Shore playing up at the top area of the map, and he's going to push in, and Xtreme just casually walking away. Shore gets a call at somebody's in basement, but they take out Krabs, and position on the map has kind of been lost. Darth going to jump down into 2 people and goes down for his trouble. Now Cubit trying to survive. Both Scream and Cubit not in great spots on the map right now, and Scream looks like he is currently being surrounded. Has a bunch of people. Beta headshot Scream. Cubit last alive. 1v3 other side of the map. Takes down Beta but gets LG'd. And I think the pack fell through the floor. Cubit gets shot. Didn't get the pack. The flying Beta caused the pack to fall through the floor, I believe. Unfortunate pack droppage. And now Cubit gets a little bit of combo chip from below. Can't believe that combo actually reached him. Cubit looking a little disconnected from his team. Finally makes it down to basement where there's some fighting happening. Tommy Guns just does not see him at all. And Cubit takes down Tommy Guns. 3 primaries helping out his teammate. And another one drops. He gets some HP. He's going to go up. Maybe have rocks in the back. Decides against it. Could have boot jumped up there. Cubit decided not to. And we have ourselves a 4-4 game. Currently, Beta and Darth leading the way for their teams. Kuj gonna hit his own rocket grenades. Whoopsies. I don't think he expected grenades to last that long. Beta kind of in 2 here. Takes down Screams. Able to survive. Darth looking for the damage. Darth just drops right in front of Beta. Beta able to take down Darth. Cubit up near the helmet. Eats a big combo. Beta, huge combo. And Beta, great round out of the young lad. Maybe making up for some other, the pending problems. But still needs another good amount of rounds. And Beta taking some damage here. His team just not really being out to help him there and ends up dropping, but does get traded out, so can't call it a loss. Tommy Gun's getting aggro on Darth, but needs to get the flak or rockets out sooner, but Darth ends up taking down Tommy. Darth last alive, 33 HP. Gonna be hard. Shore, very healthy. Kuj is killable, though. So they need to be able to... And Darth takes down Kuj. Is going to be able to maybe get the health pack, but Shore just baiting the health pack. Darth tries to go above it to check the angle. And Shore able to take him down. Shore hits a nice snipe onto Coconut. And then gets shot from the side. Big combo onto Scream. But he's got 2 in his face. Somehow, Shore's alive. And Scream ends up dropping, and another one drops into the basement. That would be Darth, I believe. Krabs, 4 HP, gets a shot in the back. Hits a big damage onto Kuj. Hits more big damage, takes down Kuj. He's going to go for the HP, and Beta's just sitting there waiting for it. And 7-4. And, I mean, Beta and Shore. Beta 3.4 PPR, Shore 2.7. Some jumps up. The combo's not going to land, though. Beta watching his back. Does see Scream rocket himself. Oh, man. This matchup has everything. Cubit and Darth, last 2 alive for their team. Cubit jumps out in front of a couple people, but somehow doesn't die. Darth falling around behind. And now Beta looking for some damage. Darth sliding his way to safety. But Beta ends up finding him. Sees Cubit. Cubit takes down Beta. Cubit a little bit more than a snipe's worth of HP. And finds Tommy guns, finds Kuj in the basement, takes some flak. He now can beat LG, takes more flak. Shots going around Cubit. Cubit getting linked. 5 HP. The last tick of link not able to land. Miniguns coming out. Damage flying all around. Nobody hitting shots. You just see stray minis, stray rockets. No one can do it. And a core is what finally does it. A spam core takes him down. The Cubit that could finally couldn't. And we've got, I mean, Beta behind Cubit now. Cubit somehow still surviving. Beta only doing 70. Combo not quite. Somebody gets launched into the floor. That was Scream. Scream somehow. It doesn't look like he took any fall damage. He's got so little HP. Beta unable to land a rocket on him. Finally goes down. Cubit last alive once again. Has Tommy guns in his face. A bunch coming up and somehow able to worm his way away with 8 HP, but not for long. And I mean, it's 9-4. I think this one's over. Panic Pandas have redeemed themselves from the pending collapse. They've gone to a pending victory instead. Still got to secure it. They still could lose it, but it is a 2 versus 3. With Darth and Scream all that remains. And Beta almost shoots his teammate. Darth right behind him. Rocket coming out. Darth still alive. Scream somehow has lived this entire time with 15 HP. Finally drops Darth. Gonna be kind of in a corner here. At helmet. Drops to the rockets. Darth down. And that is a 10-4 victory for Panic Pandas. Able to take it back. And what a matchup. That matchup had everything, and I can't believe it, but it's finally over. And I think that's our matchups for the day. I don't believe there is another one. The last of it, we have got a full slate tomorrow. I think we've got a matchup between PHKS, PB's team, and Fantasy's team at 2:30 Eastern, Sunday the 22nd. We also have on 3 p.m. Eastern, Sunday the 22nd, Time Zone Terrorists versus Xtreme Team Clan. And then at 9:30 p.m., we've got Assassins Anonymous versus the Sheriffs in Town. So Fantasy versus Darth. And 4:30 Eastern, Time Zone Terrorists versus Intergalactic Poontang Getters. So 4 matchups tomorrow. We're going to need somebody to cast the 2:30 one, unless they want to push that back for some reason. Because the 3 o'clock one, because we'll definitely be going on board with PB and Fantasy at 2:30. Gonna be a great matchup. So be there, be square. We'll see you all tomorrow. Once again, UT4 Elim League Season 5 hosted by UT Pugs. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll catch you all in the next ones. Till then, take care all.